Happy Friday from the Colorado Coalition Against Sexual Assault. We haven't done a podcast in a few weeks, so we just wanted to update you all on some of the issues that we have been really busy working on. The first one is really exciting to announce, the introduction of House Bill 1259. This is a bill that our colleagues at the Colorado Coalition Against Domestic Violence have just spent countless hours and time and effort putting together. It's a really expansive piece of legislation. The bill is about 46 pages long if you want to take a look at it, but it works to ensure that safety is a primary concern in domestic violence relation cases involving children when the court finds that one of the parents have committed domestic violence or child abuse. It directs the court to consider evidence of domestic violence and child abuse or neglect before making determinations about parental responsibilities, and it directs the court to consider all best interests of the child factors in light of those abuse reports. The reason that we've been working on this bill, besides of all those really important, great efforts, are the components around access to civil protection orders. As some of you know, victims of sexual assault are often denied protection orders due to the current construction of our protection order statutes. So we know that civil protection orders can be a really vital component of safety planning and support healing for victims. We want to ensure that those civil protection orders are accessible. Because of our current statute and the way it's compiled, we know that they sometimes haven't been accessible, so we've really added some definitions, added sexual assault to the legislative declaration of the civil protection order statute, and then also provided some clarity around when the finding of the imminent danger standard is required. So this is, like I said, is a really big piece of legislation. We've been active with the civil protection order component primarily for sex assault victims. So we're really excited to see this bill finally introduced and moving forward at the legislature. The first hearing will be in the House Judiciary Committee. It hasn't been scheduled yet. It could be as soon as end of next week. So these things can either move really fast or really slow, it seems like. But if this is an issue that you're interested in, if you maybe have tried to obtain a civil protection order as a victim of sexual assault and were not able to obtain it, or if you've worked with survivors who needed to access that civil legal remedy and were not able to access a civil protection order, we would really like to talk with you and just learn more about your experiences, share some more about the details of this legislation, and see if you're interested in helping get this bill passed, either by testifying at the legislature or meeting with your representative about the importance of this bill. So that's been really exciting, and again, we're so thankful to the great work of the Colorado Coalition Against Domestic Violence on this really expansive piece of legislation, and we're excited to be able to partner with them on it. Another bill that we've been working on this week is House Bill 1082. That's actually a bill that we're a little bit concerned about. Under current law, juveniles who've committed sex offenses or juveniles who've committed aggravated assault are not eligible to have those criminal justice records expunged. When a record is expunged, essentially, while law enforcement or the DA or Department of Human Services may still have access to those records, they're largely gone, and it really means, or really seems as if the crime did not occur. So there are some efforts to expand expungement so that juveniles who've committed sex offenses can have those records expunged. So we're really taking a very close look at this bill and working with our allies in the other coalitions, as well as the district attorneys and other folks that are concerned about this effort, to ensure that it does stay victim-centered and that we have adequate protections. So if that's a bill in particular that you're interested in, please contact us. I can give you more information. I don't have a lot of real firm details right now, but rest assured we are working on this bill, paying close attention to it, and making sure that there are proper amendments in place. So those are two big updates at the state level. Folks are probably wondering about the status of the Sex Assault Victim Emergency Payment Program. We're still waiting for that bill to go to appropriations. I think this is one of the first years that there's been funding available in the Colorado budget, so there's a lot of bills with appropriations, and we're just waiting for that bill to move forward. It could be a few more weeks still until we see more movement with the SAFE bill, but we're still really excited about it and the possibilities of getting it passed in this legislative session. So we'll certainly be in touch with action steps around that bill bill as well. And then for everyone who made your phone calls and wrote your emails and sent letters regarding the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act, your work paid off. It's old news now, but VAWA was reauthorized, so we just wanted to again say thank you to everyone who advocated on behalf of the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act. Again, stay in touch with CCASA. We do update a weekly report of all the bills that we're monitoring or actively engaged in by either supporting or opposing weekly on our website by clicking on the public policy link, so you can get a more up-to-date and thorough update. Again, our public policy committee meets once a month, and we would love to have you involved. Thanks.